This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On the Air.
To all diverse rangatahi, do you often feel like your experiences go unheard, as if people put you in a box?
We are Unboxed Identities on OAR FM Houston. Together, we unpack the identities we are boxed in.
Kia ora!
Kia ora!
Assalamu alaikum!
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
It's Malak and
Betty.
And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be discussing something that everyone really likes. And we're going to keep you on your feet for this one whilst we do a quick fire round of what's on top. So what's on top for you, Betty P?
What's on top for me was that I got a very special email confirmation.
Ooh, what could that be about?
And you guys will you'll find out about that soon enough.
So exciting!
It's an exciting side quest for me, guys.
Side questing. 2K26 is such a year of side quests.
No, for real. It actually is.
Right? But yeah, what else? Any updates on anything?
Not really. It's just that one. That's just a big highlight for me right now.
It is. Guys, I'm speaking because I actually know what it is. I feel so superior. Any lowlights?
Lowlights right now? A lot of just assessments. Again, we're going to keep saying assessments here. It's just the assessments, guys. It's term 2. It's just like that.
Yeah. And it's just so much. And I think my my highlight is guess who submitted their geography assessment?
Woo!
Me, finally. Oh my gosh.
I was there to witness the whole thing.
I could literally go on a rant for a whole 26 minutes about how much that traumatized me. But it's okay.
We love that. You've healed.
I'm healed. I'm literally healed. My other highlight is, honestly, I was on a webinar yesterday about how to build your network, which was pretty good, with one of my colleagues, Samuel Payton.
Shout out Samuel Payton.
Sammy P. And yeah, I hung out with a friend in the weekend, and that's about it. Low light is I'm quite tired, but we thug. 3 weeks until I leave the country. Let go!
Oh, yeah. As of recording.
Oh, yeah, true. Because, yeah. Anyways, so, guys, when we opened this and we were like, something very interesting is what we're going to talk about. It's because it's something that everyone likes. Something that everyone connects over. And something that seems to all be an ongoing conversation no matter what. Drum roll, please. Food. Oh my gosh, I love food.
Can I just say, for the audience listening, that our initial concept for the podcast was about food.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was about food. Like, we talk about one specific dish every single episode, and then we just open up on how that affects our identity and, like, the wider conversation around that specific food.
Yeah.
It's so niche.
That was super niche. And I feel like we could eventually, like, once people get tired of the identity wheel, which they won't, do, like, a segment on food. That would be such a good...
Exactly.
Okay, guys, see, our ideas are booming because this is how much we love food.
Exactly.
So, Betty, I'd like to ask you a question.
Yes.
What are your favorite foods, and what is the story behind them? Is there any food that reminds you of home, or anything specific, or maybe a specific person, something that you don't get tired of? Sorry, that was a loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
Feel free to take your time, girl.
Ooh. See, any Filipino food for me always reminds me of home. And every single kind of Filipino food is my favorite food.
Yeah.
Even like the foods that I don't usually would eat, I would still consider them as a favorite food because they all hold special memories for me. But a very particular dish that is my absolute favorite of all time is bulanglang. And that is a vegetable soup dish that I actually, upon researching, Google is giving me 2 different types of origins. One is coming from where I live, and then the other is coming from like a whole different part of the country.
Oh.
Which is really interesting.
That's very interesting. I think I relate to the same in terms of Israel-Palestine, but that's definitely not the same as...
yeah.
Yeah, but that's so interesting. So how far away is this place that it comes up on Google?
So one is, it's not too far, but it's in central Luzon. And then I live in southern Luzon. I'm in the Batangas area. Yeah. And like those...
Next to Manila.
That's a good pronunciation.
Sorry.
And The thing is, like, the actual dish itself are very different, but they're called like a similar thing, which is like kind of interesting to me. Right? But yeah, the reason why it's my favorite food of all time is because I used to have it every single day because it is a very simple dish to make. It's basically the main ingredients are kalabasa, which is squash. Then there's okra. And then there's also...
Okra is like okra.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes.
We also use okra a lot in our cooking.
Yes.
That's actually so niche.
And then they have sitaw, which is string beans.
Ooh.
And malunggay leaves, which is a very specific plant. And I used to have that every day because, again, it's such a simple dish. And I would pair it with fried or grilled fish and, of course,
yummy.
rice. And I would eat that lunch and dinner. Because
that.
that's how my mom cooked it. That's how often my mom cooked it.
Yeah.
And I got to a point when I was younger where I got so tired of it. I got so tired of eating it because like it's every single day that I had to eat it. But eventually when I grew up, I was like, I kind of miss this. And I would love to have it at least, not every single day for 2 meals a day, but at least I'd like to have it more than like 3 or 4 times a week. And I did ended up doing that. But then when I came here to New Zealand, to Aotearoa, I didn't have access to all of the ingredients.
Really? Like which ones?
Squash.
Oh, true. It's quite expensive if you do
malunggay,
find it.
yeah. I wouldn't. That's too expensive, and I'd rather.
It's actually insane.
It's
so
rather
hard to
cook.
grow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the cons of being in a country where it's very cold.
Exactly.
So yeah, I 100% miss that. 100% miss that. And I said that the very first thing I'm doing when I land in the Philippines is 1, go to Jollibee. 2, get my mom to cook bulang lang because I really miss it. I miss it so much.
Do you ever have it in like restaurants here that kind of taste the same or not?
No, I haven't seen that dish in any restaurant yet.
Our task is to find that.
Exactly. Definitely.
So does this food kind of remind you of any specific person? I know you talked about like home and it does remind you of that, but for example, does it remind you of your mother?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely my mom and my lola, which is my grandmother.
I know that. Lola means grandma in Filipino.
I love that.
And yeah, you already said that you're getting tired of it. I think for me,
yes,
a food that reminds me of home is there's a lot. I've written 5 down that I wanted to somehow talk about in this episode.
Let's go.
Bro, food is so good. So I think one that my head automatically goes to is not mjadra, makluba. So makluba automatically translates to upside down. Okay, and literally upside down. And
can I just say that's kind of similar to halo halo, because halo halo it means mix.
Oh, so it's like the direct translation.
It explains how the concept of how it's eaten. So I'm wondering if it's the same thing for you.
No, it explains how it's cooked.
Ooh, okay.
So you cook it by putting the rice and the chicken, and then you either put eggplants or cauliflower, which in my household is a controversy because I don't eat eggplant, but my sister only eats eggplants. And then if she doesn't eat the cauliflower, I only eat the cauliflower. So it's always like we literally have a thing where it's like if we cook it with cauliflower one week, it has to be the next time eggplant, vice versa. It's so annoying, but it's okay. We both get over it at some point. The reason that reminds me of home is because it's how it's cooked is that you put the chicken, you put the rice, you put the cauliflower, you put tomato, carrots, whatever. Yeah. And then you flip it as like you're flipping a cake onto a big pan. When you're going to eat it. Like it's in a big pot. And then you flip it onto the tray. Yeah. It's very, very good. Like the rice is so well cooked. And the reason that reminds me of home is because, sorry, I did the race unity thing. I was sorry, nice reference. The reason that reminds me of home is because it's traditional that with Palestinians, whenever something good happens, whenever someone comes back from another country or another city or comes back home, makluba is cooked for them. Ooh. I'll give you 2 examples. Yes. First example is when we go back to Palestine. Every single time we go back to Palestine, I kid you not, I don't even remember once that it wasn't like this. We would get makluba cooked for us. And it was like a celebration dish. And also it's very, very good for serving. Like no matter how much you make of it, how many maklubas you make, then it's enough for the people there.
I have a question. Yes. Is it like when it's cooked, is it meant to be like a group dish or an individual dish for each person?
Oh no, it's cooked like in a big
big pot.
What's the word? It's in bulk.
Okay.
Like it's definitely not an individual thing when you cook it.
Okay.
Yeah. But so it's in a big thing, but then it's served like on with a spoon.
Yeah.
And the second example I'll give is my brother. When he comes back from Melbourne,
Yes.
we always cook maklube or mansa for him. Not the same thing, but like it's like, so that's why it reminds me of home. It's because it feels like home, and the tradition of it is home, and I love it so much.
I love it. Do you know where it originates from?
Palestine.
No, I mean like the history behind it, like why it's done.
No, I don't know why the tradition is done. That is a good question. I will do some more research on that, but it just happens to be like that, and I love that. And I think it reminds me a lot of my aunties.
Yes.
Like, even though my dad cooks it so good, it reminds me of my aunties because I remember distinctly the time I went back to Palestine in 2022.
Yeah.
And I went and it was so nostalgic, just smelling it, and the sunset was happening at the same time. Ooh. And my aunties were all like talking to each other, and they're like asking me, my cousins are like, oh my gosh, how are you? That's why I love it so much.
We love the imagery that you can create.
Oh, thank you.
The imagery you create.
Thank you. And that's why I never get tired of it, because it just reminds me so much of who I am. And I love it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to propose another question.
Yes.
So obviously we've talked about food. Duh.
Yeah.
Is there a certain food that represents your culture, like on a like kind of bigger scale, like a country, that food? And then have you ever learned to make it, and who taught you to make it?
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I would say a lot of people outside of the Philippines know certain Filipino dishes like halo-halo, which is, by the way, point of clarification, it's not to fully describe how it's eaten, but it's more so how it's made as well. Because it is a mix of stuff, but also you like to eat it. You also mix the ingredients together to form this like little, it's like, it looks like a soup on a cup, but like it's like a soup of gelatin and banana and flan and ice cream and shaved ice, and it's really good. So I'd say halo-halo is like one of the biggest dishes that we're known for, as well as lumpiang Shanghai, which is the spring rolls.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people know us for that. Adobo. So I would definitely, those are, I would say, the dishes that we're known for.
Yeah.
But I feel like people tend to forget that, like, because rephrase. Rework. A lot of people have a misconception of Filipino food because they always say that, Filipino food is so oily.
Really?
It's always fried.
I've never had it, so I actually don't know.
Because, again, the popular dishes that come up for the Philippines is lumpia, which is deep fried.
Yeah.
There's lechon, which is deep fried pig, like a big pig. What else? There's just like a... I love that. There's just a bunch of foods that we're known for that is just a bunch of oil, like cooked in a lot of oil. So that's why they say that, Filipino food is oily and blah, blah, blah. But it's not. A lot of the Filipino dishes that I grew up with are very much soup-based. Vegetables and poultry. Like, that's how I know Filipino food. And I feel like a good dish that represents the Philippines would probably be some sort of vegetable dish like sinigang. Sinigang is a sour soup, and it can have different kinds of meat. It could be seafood. Personally, I love hipon, or hipon is shrimp.
Shrimp. I like shrimp.
And it can also be baka or beef. It can be pork as well. So that specific dish, I feel like, is a good representation of the country. And I would say I haven't personally learned to make it just yet.
Yeah, just yet. That's the word.
Just yet. Because I really, really want to learn it. I learned from my mom a lot. And I've always told her to, like, please let me learn. Yeah. But she's always so busy. Yeah,
and it's sometimes like they kind of expect you to be like, hey, can I just like watch you? Because like when I'm trying to learn something, I'm like to my mum, you never teach me how to cook food, and she's like, you never come and ask. I'm like, oh, well,
I come and ask. Yeah, but it's my mum who's not available.
Oh, that's so funny. Let's switch mums for a day. That's so funny.
And what was the other question? I forgot.
No, yeah. Just like family recipes and traditions. Are there any special foods that you have during like celebrations or holidays?
We follow the traditional Filipino formula of we have lumpia, and then we have pancit, which is stir-fried noodles with vegetables and any kind of meat of your choice. And actually, recently we just had a Filipino lunch at school.
Yes.
And my mom and auntie graciously cooked for that event. And what we served was, again, that pancit, that stir-fried noodles, that lumpia. And then we had rice, obviously. And then we had chicken adobo. And that was really good. And I think those are the main dishes. And then we had a lot of desserts that the other kids brought in. So they brought like rice cakes, which is a really popular thing in the Philippines. We call them there's a lot of terms for it. It's malagkit, kakanin, but the main ingredient for it is rice, like glutinous rice, and it's really good.
I love that. Is it like so it's sweet?
It is sweet, but not as sweet as traditional confectionery or pastries, I would say.
True, because we have rice pudding.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it originates from Palestine, but it's definitely from that area. And it's literally just milk and rice, and it's really sweet, and sugar, of course. Yes. So I was wondering if it was kind of like that.
It probably is.
We'll have to compare it.
We have to compare it.
Well, that's a fun funk idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Malakiti?
Yeah, I think a food that really represents Palestinian culture is sakhan. It's kind of hard to say because it's the M in this and is right after each other. So sakhan. And what it is basically like flatbread. On top of it is onions and chicken, mostly chicken breast or thigh. No, sorry, chicken thighs. And do you know what sumac is?
No.
So sumac is like a spice, and it's kind of sour almost.
Oh.
And it's purple in color.
Interesting.
So it dyes the onions to be purple.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's really good. So sakhan is my favorite food ever because it's like simple ingredients, but they taste so good because of the sumac.
Yeah.
And it's I guess it's a Palestinian. It does represent Palestinian culture, and also because obviously some people don't like eating chicken with a bone.
Yeah.
So a lot of the ways that we make it is getting like like the wraps, just like you make wraps or sandwiches.
Yeah.
So you get those wraps, you cut them smaller, and then you take the chicken off of the chicken. Take the chicken off of the chicken. You take the meat off of the chicken, like thigh.
Yeah.
And then you kind of put it in rolls.
Yes.
And they would call them sakhan roll. Sakhan rolls. And then it's like finger food. And that one I really like because I bring it every year at our international food court at school, and it's become like an actual thing that people look forward to. Like one of my friends, shout out Elsie, she is always waiting for them sakhan rolls. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna guess what I'm doing this international food court, Elsie, and she's like, oh, yes, I'm gonna be there.
It's the dish. It's the dish.
And I love how they never know how to say it. It's fine. And unfortunately, I don't know how to make it. But I feel
your mom make it?
Yeah. I feel like I could make it because it's really straightforward.
Yeah,
you know,
a really straightforward process.
It definitely is. It's like chicken, onions, bread, done.
Yeah.
So I think I could. And I think them sakhan rolls tend to be less of a representation because it's kind of like I like to think about it as a whitewashed version of the food, which is kind of bad to say, but like it's kind of like less prominent. People make it the real traditional way, and it's very, very oily actually in Palestine.
Yeah,
which is not bad. Like I think it's really good. But yeah, and we make it during celebrations or holidays. I don't think in terms of food, as in like sweets as well. We make like, do you know baklava? It's like a sweet it's a sweet thing with like pastry, and it's made with like filo pastry. That's what it's called. And it's really good. It's just sweetness. And it's got cheese in it, but like the sweet cheese.
I love
really good.
cheese.
I know you do. It's
any
really
kind
good.
of cheese dish, guys, is like my absolute favorite in the entire world.
100%. And I want to ask you a question, Biddy.
Yeah.
What do you think would like, what would be lost if future generations stopped making those dishes that you were mentioning? I know it's a hard question.
That's a hard question. The thing is, and this is worth mentioning, because the Philippines is such a very diverse country, there are so many variations of dishes that you wouldn't really know unless you meet a person who actually knows how to cook that dish.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to envision how it would be like if like our generation today just stops learning certain variations of food or like certain ways to make food, because that is like it actually is happening already in the Philippines, where certain ways and traditions to make certain food, like food preparations, they're like disappearing because it's either nobody wants to learn it or because there's a lack of access to the equipment needed to make them. Yeah. But I would say that something that would be lost, like the first thing that would be lost is history.
Yeah, 100%.
Because as much as you can read about that dish, you can't really truly experience it for what it is unless you get a taste of it. Because like tactile. It is a tactile and an oral and olfactory experience that one should have to fully grasp it. So I definitely say, yeah, history and culture, obviously, because food is part of culture, like a big, big part of culture.
100%.
And I think that's what it is for all cultures, I feel like, no matter how simple or how complex that dish may be.
I love that. Because it's so true. Like, as much as you read about something, as much as you can listen to our podcast right now and be like inspired to taste it, you're not going to know the depth of how important food is until you kind of taste it.
Yeah.
And I would propose tasting it in the country that it's made.
It's very different because
It's so different.
the ingredients as well.
And
it would be
exactly
100% different.
And as much as it sounds like cliche, but like the love in someone's food, being from that country, cooking it in that country, serving to it from that country, it does make it taste different.
It definitely is. And especially there's like a big difference between home cooked meals versus like the ones that you would see in the restaurants. Yeah. And like, not to say that the restaurants aren't doing a good job at imitating or actually making those dishes, right? But it's still entirely different when you experience it from like the comfort of someone's home.
Yeah.
And like the fact that they're making it for you because they want you to feel welcome.
Exactly. And oftentimes like it's less rushed in like your home or something. Like it's often, And I think it's also me answering this question. I think it's really hard for people who obviously are cultures, like as well as culture and belonging and like love that's in these foods. It's also kind of how do I say this? A testament to our existence and our existence on that land or in that area for so long.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think for me, being Palestinian and talking about these foods, also shout out to bamia, wara ainab, and jaddara. Sorry, I didn't mention them before, so I just had to like mention those foods. It carries so much resilience and resistance in that food.
Yeah.
That it shows like a people was here and this food was created by them for a long time. And I think that's what if future generations stop making it, then there's that one kind of part of history that is absolutely taken away, which is food.
Yeah. And I would say that for both of our cultures and for, I guess, a lot of other cultures out there, food is such a community experience. It's a communal experience, and you can't take that away from it. Because a lot of
it brings people together.
It does bring people together. And like, it's not even starting from like when you start eating it. It's from the preparation of the food. It's from where the food actually comes from as well.
Exactly.
Because there are groups of people working in farms trying to get the ingredients. Then there are people at home actually coming together to prepare those ingredients for their loved ones, which is a massive group of people sitting under one roof on that particular day. Or even if it's not like a whole big family, it may be a small nuclear family, and that still matters.
Exactly. Food literally brings people together. It's literally like the glue in so many cultures and communities and gatherings. And the fact that we can also bond on food so much. And you can see like the parallels between my culture and your culture, so distinctly different, yet so similar.
Exactly.
And that is why we need another episode on food. Because unfortunately, we're out of time.
We will do a part 2, guys.
Yes.
Watch.
So stay tuned for that. And so
Definitely.
much love, Itefano. We will see you next time. Maalaikum assalam.
Paalam. That's today's episode of Unboxed Identities.
You can find more episodes on oar.org.nz, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Remember, you don't have to fit into the box to belong.
This podcast was produced by OAR FM Dunedin with support from New Zealand On the Air.